Hello, it is Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Wednesday crossword. That means we'll be solving a midweek, mid-difficulty themed crossword. And that's what we'll be doing. What did I think I was going to say after that? I don't know. In any case, this midweek, mid-difficulty crossword has been brought to us by Mitchell Turek, Henrik Koskinen, David Innes, and as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster. So thank you so much to the four of them. They're benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, which means they support this channel. They bring us this series. I'm very grateful to them for that support. It does keep this all going. So thank you to those four, but thank you to everybody as well who is a patron of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. And if you'd like to consider becoming one yourself, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link in the description field. There you'll find all of the bonus videos available to patrons, as well as for benefactors, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. So check those things out. And then there's also the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community you can join via another description field link down below. And finally, it's also a big help if you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. You could also like the videos, comment on them. Those things are all useful and helpful, and I appreciate them. So thanks if you've done any of that. And now let's get on to today's crossword, a midweek, mid-difficulty themed New York Times crossword by Daniel Maurer, who's constructed around half a dozen puzzles for the Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. So let's start solving and see how we're doing today. Is this a slightly wide grid, or is it just a trick of my eyes? Let's see. No, I think it is. It is. It's 16 wide and 15 tall. Yeah, okay. That probably doesn't have any significant meaning other than that it was necessary to make maybe some long mirrored answers like these fit. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Anyway, one who might call you out. A teacher doing roll call, one who might call you out. A tattler or something. Somebody who's sort of telling on you. I'm not sure. Blank pepper. I mean, ancho pepper would fit. What else in 5 letters? I'm sure there are plenty of options, but I don't. Black pepper, I guess. I don't know. Prez featured in Annie. FDR, maybe? Or HST, Harry S. Truman? I have no idea. I've never seen any version of Annie. I actually have no idea when it's even set particularly, now that I think about it. Is it set during the Great Depression? I don't know. I actually don't know. Is it FDR? Let's see. Going It Alone. Flying Solo. I bet it is FDR. So the D in coda. Okay, yes. The D in coda. Well, it's clearly a D here. So what is coda? This is clearly a mnemonic or an acronym. What is that? I don't know. What about this one? Headbutt CG. Well, if you headbutt something, you ram it. So maybe rams there. And then grassy expanse. There we go. Grassy expanse is a lee. So this is a sort of meadowland. And this comes up quite often in cryptic crosswords, I find, as a component of wordplay. Okay, crop revered by the Abalam people of Papua New Guinea. Yams, I suppose. The D in coda. Deer? I have no idea what this stands for. Some reactions on Slack. I have no idea what this is either. I use Slack all the time and I don't know what this is. There's a reaction function in which you can attach emojis to messages. I don't know what this would be. Okay. Sorry. Oh, wait a second. This is Children of Deaf Adults. I have heard this before. Is that what that... I didn't see that film, coda. Is that what it stands for, maybe? I don't know it in the context of that film, but I've heard... But it just occurred to me that there's a film called Coda that I know has something to do with deafness, and I have heard the phrase Children of Deaf Adults before. So I think that's what this is. So some reactions... Oh, GIFs, I guess. Sure, I guess you could paste a GIF into Slack. Okay, fine. Fair enough. An animated GIF in this case, probably. One who's finished. A goner. You're finished, you could say. You're a goner. Oh, you want to fight? It's on. There's a this phrase was not used in that show because it's a German language show, but there is a character who's a children of deaf adults in the German uh, drama, historical drama, I guess, Babylon Berlin, which I think is an absolutely excellent show. And it's really no significant connection to this other than there just happens to be characters that it's just an excuse to recommend Babylon Berlin because I feel not enough people watch it. It's really, really good and fun, and it's on Netflix. Okay, took a load off. If one took a load off, one sat. And Serbian-American inventor Tesla, Nikola Tesla, would be that. John from England. John from England. I mean, if it said, I don't know, John from Scotland or something, you could imagine it being Ian maybe or something like that, but I'm not quite sure what this is getting at. Sorry. Flatbread that can be served with dal, roti. Oh, it's Elton John. It's Elton John. Okay, it's a person, a specific person, not the general name John, but a specific person named John from England. And of course, also there's a bit of misdirection because we think of John as being a given name, which it usually is, but in this case, a surname, although an adopted one for the purpose of a stage name. Okay, to whiz through, an exam or something would be to sail through it, and ha 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 ha, all lowercase, most likely, maybe a Slack message perhaps, but yes, LOL, laughing out loud. Okay, so here we have refrain in a 1971 hit by David Bowie. Is it changes? Let's see. Is that... I don't remember how many times it repeats. Do we think it's this? Let's see. I'm really curious. Let's see. Fair and honest. Fair and honest. I'm not sure. Actor Blank Villiches of Fantasy Island. Oh, I probably pronounced that incorrectly, but I know who this is. I can picture him in my mind. What is his name? I would have said Hector, but that doesn't fit. Oh, what is it? Hervé, maybe? Maybe that's what it is. Let's look at the crosses. One of over 140 in an Ironman triathlon. Wow. Mile? I don't know. It seems like a lot, but the Ironman is said to be very punishing. Fair and honest. Clean. Oh, clean fight. A fair and honest fight, for instance. Yeah, that sounds right. State boldly. To aver something is to state it boldly, to take a strong position. Everlasting, poetically. Etern. There we go. Etern, obviously, fundamentally, the same word as eternal, but spelled in this manner, is sometimes used in poetry for that purpose. Surefire, never fail or something? Surefire, not sure. Actor McGregor, oh no, this isn't a verb, it's a vowel. Okay, right, okay, similar idea. Slightly different connotation, I guess, but yeah, similar idea. So actor McGregor could be Ewan McGregor. And then surefire is no lose. There we go, that's what it is. So, oh right, here's another one of these. Refrain in a 1965 hit by The Who. Oh, My Generation, this isn't no lose. And this is another song that features a kind of stuttering refrain. So no. Oh no, in this case it's my generate. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's the G that's stuttered, not the my. Okay. Okay, so do I think it has the my at the beginning or just more G's? I don't know. Let's look at the crosses. Big dance. Okay, no, it is the B the M because big dance is a prom. And then if something's outrageous, it's canny. No, it's corny. Also doesn't really fit or make sense. It's crazy. There we go. What offers worldwide protection? The ozone layer, around the planet. Hindu god embodying virtue, Rama. And then blank-owned merchandise designation, pre-owned is a way you could designate condition of merchandise. Substance that makes blood red is hemoglobin. And then sweetheart could be angel, so term of endearment, sweetheart, dear, honey, that kind of thing. Corporate department, the legal department is a common department at large companies. Something a person with an ovomucoid allergy cannot eat. This makes sense that the answer is egg because ovo is is obviously a root that means egg, or a root or prefix, I guess. Female friend informally, gal pal. And to go by would be, oh no, it's not go by. I was thinking go by as in operate on that information, go by that information, but it's not. It's go by as in pass or elapse, as in time goes by or time elapses. Places for evil geniuses would be lairs, stereotypically an evil genius's lair. And then surefire, no risk. Okay, it's not no lose, but I suppose you can't lose if there's no risk. Because there's nothing to lose. Privy to, if you're privy to something, you're in on it, as in information or a plot. Something hot is to something, I'm not sure. Shortly, in a sec, or in a few. Maybe it could be either one of those. Let's check it. Thing with a ping, radar, pings with, something that's shown up within the range of the radar on the screen. So hot. Not sure about that still. Take the leap. To do it is to take the leap, I would think. And then land unit is acre. This is very straightforward, very obvious. Sorry. Raise a big stink. To rant, maybe? You could be ranting about something that would raise a big stink. Trade mag for marketers. I think there's a magazine, trade magazine called Adweek. Do I have that many things wrong that would be the case? I'm not sure. I could. Oh, maybe I do. Because raise a big stink in a literal way rather than a sort of figurative way, as I was interpreting it, could be to smell bad, to reek. And then take the leap. I don't know what that would be, but it could end with E. And then Adweek could be the trade mag for marketers. So then shortly would be in a few, right? So it wasn't in a sec. Good thing I didn't put that in immediately. War and Peace character who determines through numerology that he is destined to assassinate Napoleon. I don't remember. But I'm going to take this opportunity to recommend another thing. The Soviet production of War and Peace, and unfortunately I can't remember the director's name, but it's a film production. It is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it's both a great film. I mean, it's a really just great film that's really enjoyable to watch, but it also has, I think, probably genuinely the most impressive battlefield sequences I've ever seen in any film. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I think they actually literally used the Soviet army as extras in this movie to have the number of people who could sort of operate believably in sort of military formation. But obviously they're representing the Napoleonic era, so they're in costume and everything. But it's really extraordinary. It's an unbelievable production. It's just hard to imagine how you would even marshal that on film. It's bonkers. But anyway, yeah, highly recommended. Take the leap. To dare to do something. And then hot. As in a torrid of, Pierre. There we go. That's the character from War and Peace. Anyway, sorry. Hot is torrid, as in a torrid affair. So a kind of steamy romance or something. Okay, organization with an Office of Water. Well, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, seems like it would have such a thing. U.S. federal agency. And then refrain in a 2008 hit by Lady Gaga. There we go. Here's another one of these poker face. A fun theme. So there's one more of these I must not have even read yet. Refrain in a 1970 hit by the Kinks. Lola. This seems a little extreme. It also looks like I don't know, maybe. I'll come back to it. Sorry. I'm going to finish this off first. Fleece Seeker. Jason, in Greek myth, sought the golden fleece. Jason and his Argonauts. Okay, tech product officially discontinued in 2022. The iPod was discontinued, I guess, in the last couple of years. Carter of jazz and Perlman of film. Oh, okay, so Ron Carter and Ron Perlman. Okay, I was trying to think of a four-letter name, but no, this is an and clue, not an or clue. So referring to multiple of this name. So Ron's plural. Okay, there we go. I was trying to think of names like Rona and things like that. Anyway, things dragged uphill are sleds. So maybe you drag a sled uphill and then slide down the snow. Slumber duds are PJs or sorry, I just realized, I hope I'm not getting cell interference through the mic, but my phone keeps buzzing, so I'm just going to put on airplane mode there. Okay. Longtime TV singing series to fans. Idol, as in American Idol. It would make sense that it would be simply referred to as Idol by those familiar. Oh ho could be I, oh, I see, or I win, or I something. Novel with the desert planet Arrakis, Dune by Frank Herbert, which has another film coming out soon. That was a great book. Okay, sandwiches you really need two hands to eat. A sub, there we go, submarine sandwich, big one. And, oh ho, I see. What is this then? What makes most moist? Oh, maybe hemoglobin is spelled incorrectly. Oh, an I. No, I did spell it correctly. It's right, I see. What makes the word most turn into moist is literally an I, the letter I. So here we have a little question mark indicating some punnery there. Okay, oh, I saw. Okay, I mean, I guess that works. East Asian, no, when? East Asian currency, when? The yen, the Japanese yen. Oh, I say. Oh, okay, so it's not oho as in, it's not a cry of recognition, which is for some reason what I originally landed on, but there was really no particular reason I should have interpreted it that way. It's oho in a sense of, aha, oho, I say. Well, look at that. I mean, I suppose it could be recognition, but it could just be sort of bemusement or something, which feels a bit more accurate to me. Okay, well, there we go. That was a little bit confused down there, but we figured it out. Like a type that leans right, italic. So obviously you read this and you think, well, it must be referring to sort of, political inclination. But no, it's not. It's just a pun, and it's referring to italicized text, which is slanted to the right, you could say. So this would be an A. So maybe this is la 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 lola la 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 la. I guess that is right. That is actually what he's singing. He's not singing. Is he singing la la or lo 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 lola? I don't know. I guess I'd have to listen to the track carefully and pay attention to that. But I think based on the italic, in this case, we're going to be spelling it la la la. So www addresses are URLs, Uniform Resource Locators, web addresses. And one who might call you, it's an umpire in baseball. So you might be literally called out by the umpire, as opposed to being called out in the sense of, blamed for something or caught in the act. Defense from some attackers. A moat could defend a fortress from attackers. And a short-sleeved shirt could be a polo shirt. That's one format of short-sleeved shirt. To enjoy something with gusto would be to relish it, so to really take pleasure in enjoying it. And here we have a casual vodka order, Stoli. What is that? Stolichnia? Maybe vodka, I think. But very widely known as Stoli. Enthusiastic fan could be a rooter, someone rooting for a team to succeed. And the big band era, there you go, would be an era of music. Big brass ensembles. $1 bill in slang is not a buck. What is it? It's greenback. What is it? What is a short synonym? I can't think. Oops. Dance with a festive skirt. Hula dancing. There you go. Like Andy Warhol's Campbell's Soup Cans or Marlene Diptych. What would you call those? What are these? I don't know. I can't. I mean, I can picture these in my head, but I don't know what we're looking for. Unfortunately, that's frustrating. Frasier's ex-wife on Frasier. Was it Lilith? That would fit and feels like the kind of thing an ex-wife might have been called in a 1990s sitcom because of the sort of, you know, I don't know, negative connotations, I guess. Let's see. I think that's probably the answer. Chili pepper. Oh, that was more obvious than any of the ones I thought of. Just didn't think of it. State west of Wyoming would be Idaho in the United States. Blank air electric vehicle named Motor Trend's 2022 Car of the Year. No idea. Oh, iconic. This is iconic art and deals with literal icons of culture. Okay, there we go. So lucid air, maybe? Oh, $1 bill is a clam. You do hear people refer to dollars as clams. A Muscat native would be an Omani, so Muscat, Oman, a resident of Oman. To tackle someone at the knees, a tackle at the knees. A tackle at the knees would be a low hit, which is used as a noun. And then, notice that. Oh, I saw, which is what I wanted this to be down there. What a funny way to end. And then finally, the zenith, the highest point, is the acme. And there we go. That was the Wednesday crossword. We have solved I think, a very fun theme dealing with rock and pop songs with, I guess, sort of syllabically repetitive refrains. Oh, and I didn't notice that these top two both use two-letter syllables that are repeated, whereas the bottom two use one letter. Maybe if I noticed that, maybe I wouldn't have gone straight to the single L's being repeated here. I wonder if the count is accurate to the songs. It is for that. I think it is for changes as well. My generation is probably a different case because I think in the performance he changes it up each time because he's trying to make it actually sound like stuttering. So it's not rhythmically consistent in the way these others are. I think there are more P's than this in the actual performance of Poker Face. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I could be misremembering that. Well, some of these are bang on. I think these top two might be. But I could be misremembering. The only one I'm completely certain of is Lola. The other ones are some degree of kind of rhythmic accuracy to the recorded performances. But anyway, obviously the idea comes through well. And the fact that I can't even specifically remember off the top of my head means it wasn't all that important to the theme. It's just the idea of it that comes through. And now I wonder why the grid was wider, because it could have been 15 wide with changes in my generation. Each one would have just filled the full width of the grid. But there must have been some reason in the construction why that just didn't end up working out. So fair enough. I think it was absolutely worth slightly extending the grid for a fun theme like this. So well done to Daniel Maurer on this one. And there we go. That was the New York Times crossword for today. That's today's video as well, wrapped up. Hope you enjoyed it. And I thought that was a fun one. And I'll be back tomorrow with what could be an even more intricate and interesting theme. That is often what happens on Thursdays. So join me for that puzzle. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.